Uh-oh. So it looks like Jason Bashir's ran my little ad thing yesterday, which is cool. I watched that. That was great. What a good dude. And yeah, I got a lot of followers. So a lot for me. I think I've got over like 400 or something. So I figured, which I just broke 100 after I don't know how long I've been on YouTube doing 2 years for doing this, but like it's just nuts. It's just funny to me that yeah, and I'm sorry if I don't get back to you because I don't really know how to use YouTube. I mean, I do, but I just don't know the correct. I don't know how to what do you call that? Efficiently get back to everybody if anyone writes. So please bear with me while I figure this stuff out. Um, I did want to make a small video though. I would, because Jason just threw you right into it, and God forbid you get yourself into anything you don't want to be into. So I'll just explain myself a little bit, a little different. You guys will see if you watch my other videos. Like I said, I've been doing this for like 2 years. So then it started with the Founders Bible, and I'm still in that. I'm on Proverbs 24, and every day I'm kind of explaining what I do a little bit, just so people know, because I don't label things well, and I do that on purpose. And I don't explain things, and I do that on purpose. And yeah, I tend to just read, and I very rarely give my opinions. Now, I did just finish Hus the Heretic, which is not on YouTube. That's on Rumble. And so I post 90% of my stuff to YouTube. I pretty much have put 100%. Nah, 98% of my stuff is on Rumble. And because I use Rumble as my catch-all too, that's where I started doing this, and I figured YouTube would have trouble. So, I mean, I'll use it because it's there, but forgive me, I'm nervous, and my allergies are bad, and I forget what I'm talking about a lot of times. So you're just gonna have to bear with me. That's why I don't talk during the videos, because it would just be incredible. It would just be silliness, and I can't have silliness during those readings. Stuff's important. So I'm in the middle of I'm in the middle of 6, 7, 8 books right now, and I tend to do them daily. Um, I'm at Proverbs 24 in the Founders Bible. Oh man, sorry about the coughing. I don't know how loud that is. This is the Founders Bible. All right, this one I got. I think I got this before I even knew Jay. This one I got before Jay, and I don't know if I'm pretty sure I started this, and it wasn't anything like this. It was to read one page, and one page of a book took me to where we're at today. Okay. That's why the Oversoul doesn't give me much information. It just knows better, because it's like, I'm going to tell Craig the least amount, because he's just going to do whatever he does. And I don't know, he'll get there, but I already know how he works. So that's the Founders Bible. There's other ones. Okay. I'm on Cicero on Oratory and Orators. That's Greek. I'm also on the Greek Myths by Robert Graves. Yeah, that one's I'm about 40 chapters in on that one. I'm pretty new. I'm doing the complete works of William Tyndale, the martyr. About 70 readings in on that one. I started the 200 Years of the Christian Religion by Charles Waite not too long ago. I'm 4 chapters in on that one. And I just started Charles Fort's Low. That's the 3rd book. I've already done 2 other ones. I'm 4 chapters in on that one. So, and oh God, and I'm also in the middle of this. I can never remember the name of sorry, I got books everywhere. The Babylonian Influence on the Bible and Popular Beliefs. A lot of these a lot of these can be found at Booktree. That's kind of where I first looked, because I think he does, what are those called? Facsimiles of the books. Therefore, you're getting like the good meat and potatoes of the book, you know? So I like that. And yeah, no, I try to do, man, I've been doing 6 a day, you know, like I just record them and I put them out there for you. Then I got into putting the subtitles on. Then I get into adding slides and stuff. So it's evolving. It's is always going to be evolving. I said, I just finished that Huss book, and I said the other day, I'm like 2 years on a 7-year stretch, you know, because when I started this, you know, people talk about breaking pattern and stuff. Well, I broke pattern. I didn't realize I broke pattern, but I did. And then I ran into Jay, and I was like, oh my God. And I will cuss. This is the longest I think I've ever went without cussing. So I'm trying to be respectful in case there's anyone listening at work or something, or who knows. And yeah, this was an interesting pattern break for me. And I just ran with it. And that's where I'm at. And so you can't ask me where it's going because I don't really care. It's the fun is in this. That's it. That's all. You know, every day I get up, I try to get up or after work or whatever, and I just come down and I do this. And if one person gets something from it, that makes me feel kind of cool. You know, like great, because I can't read like a normal person. I've tried for years. I probably read 4 or 5 books in my life before then, you know, school and all that. And I read a few good ones, you know, and I had to muscle through them, you know, and they're boring. And I read things like stereo instructions and it just doesn't make any sense. And then I started reading out loud. I felt dumb. And then I thought, well, the most efficient thing to do if you're going to read out loud, Craig, and you like it, is to record it because someone else might listen to an audiobook and therefore get something from it. And that's where we're at. So I'm not the best reader in the world. I will mess up words. I do not care. I understand that there are correct ways to pronounce them. I will get there in my time. This is a process. Processes take time. Thank you for even like giving it a shot. You know, I don't expect anyone to watch, you know, I don't. If I was in the audiobooks, I'd be like, holy shit, this guy's doing real good. But, for the most part, you know, maybe you guys have already read all this stuff. This is for people who just want to take their time. I am in no rush to get through these books. The knowledge I have right now could do me for the rest until if I died today. I'm cool. And if I die in 15 years, I'll just know a little bit more, you know, and it's really cool. This awakening, and people are just so wanting to know about. They're just passing everything else by. It's like, it's just so wrapped up in it. I don't know. I'm more about the dance, you know, about the dance of the song and shit. I don't know. Now I'm rambling. So with that, I'll probably shut this off and I'm probably going to do Proverbs, Cicero. 200 takes me a while. I'm going to do Proverbs, Cicero, and at least Low. I'm going to do that today. And I needed this little book that I just showed you. This one's going to take me a minute because I've been trying to break out the footnotes in that one. Okay. And it's really hard for me to figure out because the footnotes are important in that, but there's footnotes on every page and they're big. So you don't want to just skip them. And I don't want to read them if it detracts from the sentence. So I'm trying my best to figure out how to throw them in there and incorporate things. You're just going to have to work with me, people. Okay. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say thank you for following Jay and running into me, because everyone knows that Jay is the spear of all this. Is that not amazing? What kind of dude we have running this charge? Have you guys thought about that? Like, you know, Jay's just a dude, but think about what he's doing. Think about how he got there. It's incredible. That's the greatest tank you could ever have. There's no other cooler tank than that. I mean, I don't know of a figure that you can. It's just neat. It's just neat to me, man. I'm sure he's got his problems and all that shit stuff too, but whatever, dude. It's so cool. Such a cool time to be alive. I hope everyone is doing well. And yeah, I'll put this out there, and then oh yeah, and I also have a little Spotify channel that I'm starting to put a couple of them too, like Low and some other ones, but I'm having real trouble trying to figure out how to navigate that. So, but for what it's worth, I'll put them on X too. I normally don't. I did it like 2 days ago because I was mad. I put them all on there. I got mad. I was like, whatever, dude. Flooding me with all these new bot accounts, 700,000 and a million people. I don't have a clue. Why am I seeing these people? Why? Well, there's no reason. And they're all putting the same reality tunnels out. You know, it's all sex, brutalization, race, politics, and interspersed with new age mumbo jumbo. And I'm like, come on, dude. I know better. I don't look into that stuff. Some of it, maybe, and I don't ever like upvote it or whatever. So why are you showing me? Why can't you give me like cool people? You know, I know they're out there. There's cool people with millions of people, right? There's got to be. So that are talking about cool stuff. So I don't know. That's my name is also the Rambler. It was I changed it back, but if you watch Hus the Heretic, you'll probably see why. That one is 3 parts, and that'd be under the Cugs folder in under Rumble. I will probably try to edit that together the best I can and put it to YouTube as well, but that it's going to take a minute because I'm also in the middle of the Art of Worldly Wisdom by Baltasar Gracian, and I'd like to finish that up. And I've been on that for 8 sessions. My sessions can go 5 hours, so I've been on it for a while. You know, it's a girthy book, but I like that one. Those I do live, and I'm at a different place, different background, different mindset, at my property, and I love it when I get to do that. Hopefully, I get back out there soon. If not, well, you know, I will. So it's no big deal. It's Monday, right? Is it Monday? It's 9 a.m. Great start to the morning. Thanks again, Jay. Thank you guys out there who just happened to find us whenever you did, however you did. So, yeah, you guys be good. I'll get this posted out and then I'll get started later.